Hello and welcome back to the sunny swamps, which, well, I've seen swamps and I'd much rather say these are just islands or very well kept swamps because there's no weeds outside our park. I don't really know how nature does it, but they have some weed killer that is above par, that's for sure. Anyway, yeah, this is a Chinese, Oriental, Eastern, whatever you call it, styled park, and so far we're doing quite alright. We already have 180 guests in the first month of the park, the first half of the month, and all we need to do is get a little bit less than 10 times more. So if that's all, 9 times more exactly. But I think that will be rather easy as we have all the space and all the rides that we need. Now, to continue on with that, I think that A, we should keep this park rather beautiful, and B, I think that if we really want to blast this one off, I think that we should get a paired up steel mini roller coaster. They don't need to be too expensive, but I do want a pair of them that have like the synchronized station start option available. And we are currently looking at the spot where I had this planned. Now, as for the developer or the eggheads, what are they doing? I'm not sure what kind of thrill ride we're gonna get, but definitely we're gonna get one. As for the coasters, after the steel mini roller coaster, we could build like a simple wooden one, or maybe even a tiny steel one. Though I think we would need a little bit more money for this. But we could definitely go with something like a wooden roller coaster, to continue on. So I don't feel like we need to change the research subject. We also have plenty of gentle rides. So basically we're good. And yeah, we can start building. So why don't we, right? Yeah, why don't we? Let's start building and let's map this out. Because I do feel like, 1,600 guests in 3 years, that's not a tiny amount. You do need to push it hard to get, to get that far. We've seen it with the Woodworm Park, where we had to continue building, and then at the end, we were certain that we would make it. Only then, do I feel safe? Else we need to resort to the cheesy advertisement campaigns, or just buy some gas, because who cares, right? Jeez. Anyway, yeah, let's start with the steel mini roller coaster, and I want to have this on this first sloped line of tiles. Excuse me. And the other one's gonna be like right next to it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And let's get the custom design out there. Oh, and it looks so good with the pagoda styling. It's just insane. Right. Now, I'm not sure what type of cars we have, but let's see if we can go with maybe something like log cars. Or spinning cars? Spinning cars does look kind of cool. If I'm honest. I am not sure, but I believe that if we go with the spinning cars, then basically we are not allowed to have this go sloped. So we can only have, horizontal track pieces or drops. But we can't have, like, banked curves and stuff, so... Or at least, that's what I thought. I'm not entirely sure on that one. You know what we should do? We should quickly test that, and I think we will. So, let's just check how long the thing is right now. Also, who did the lights out? 3 cars? 4 cars. Yeah, okay. So I believe that this is pretty much the limit of what we can get. So here we go. Let's quickly, come on, game. I don't want an extra exit. Come on. Yeah. Game, you're starting to annoy me a little. Alright, so let's just see. Ah, yeah, okay, so this is already... Yeah, I'm just curious, because right now we are experimenting whether or not this is possible. So this is definitely not how the coaster is going to be. Just so you know, this is purely for experimental purposes that we build a design like this. So, is this... Ooh, nice. It seems it... Okay, very good. So this is possible. This will work. So let's build the coaster proper then. So I don't believe that I've ever built the spinning coaster or the spinning cars coaster, but here's basically how I think it works and how I think we should approach it. We should just treat this as if this were some kind of Virginia Reel type coaster. So, and if we do that, basically it's gonna have to be like some kind of layered coaster. Also, I'm not really sure if this one is able to have curves that go up. I know for a fact it can't do banked curves. But I'm also not really sure if it can do these. So, here is another test. Because we have to. All for the testing purposes. And then... Okay, this doesn't seem to be a problem. Nice. Okay, so now we know what these trains can deal with. Let's start the construction proper right now. And we'll go with something like this. Oh, yeah, and then it's too high for supports. That is not really a surprise. And then... what we should do is basically get... Now, as for the track design, I don't want to blow too much money on this coaster, but at the same time we do need it to have at least some type of half decent ratings. So we're gonna have it not do too many stuff over here, and at the same time also be paired up to the other coaster. You know, it's gonna be somewhat of a mirrored ride. So to that end, I think we should have like a little bit of, you know, crossing the main line of the coaster over here, but stay for the most part on this side. So that's at least the goal. And I do want to go a little bit below over here, with the other coaster kind of doing the same thing. So let's see what we can pull off here. Right now we don't have much speed, so oh yeah, okay. Now this is kind of the section where I want the other coaster to go somewhere below this this track section. Alright, so now we are basically at like the path height. So that's not really the best place to be. But look, this seems cool, right? And then, oh yeah, also let's not make it impossible for us to get back to the station. So there, you know, or to hook it up to any queue or exit path is what I meant to say. So what we'll do is we'll go up here. Wow, do you hear the music? And what I'm thinking is we should go around here and then get back with something like that. Ooh, and we got the motion simulator. Yeah, we'll leave it on one more thrill ride, and then we'll reevaluate. Maybe we want an extra coaster by that point. We'll just go up a little. And then do, rather than a steep drop, we'll get back like straight away. And then, oh no, wait, no, that's not possible. Yeah, that's the real tricky part about this coaster, you know, that you can't do stuff like that. Really need to keep that in mind all the time, basically. Nice. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is just circle back to the station. Because else it's gonna be way too expensive. But already, I feel like this coaster is a pretty solid design. So, and then I want this. Come on, game, let me remove those green buggers. More. I'm just making animal sound. I'm not the greatest at it, I know. Also, you know what we should do? Now, and here's a thing that I've read online, you know, because someone actually posted on the wiki page, I believe it was, for this game, and here's the way it works with brakes. These brakes will fail with a station brake failure, but you know what? Adding brakes to the track also does. It makes it so that station brake failures occur less often. Now that was something that I totally was not aware of, but yeah, I'll take that, you know. How cool is that, to have a reduced chance for station brake failures? I think that's pretty okay. You know, definitely something worth going for, at least, if you ask me. Now, as for the other coaster, I don't feel like we should mirror the track, but in terms of like design, I think this is a pretty cool one, right? You know, we weave through a little, it's open. There's plenty of other coasters that could interact with this. So, yeah, let's... I don't even know how much money we can charge for this. But I do hope that it will be okay. It says it can do the test run. So, whilst it's doing that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly set up all the pathing that we need for this. Now, I also, another crucial thing that I don't really know is how many people can go on one car for this coaster, so that's another thing. But so far, it seems to go alright. Look, and now they're spinning and they're twisting. I really hope that I haven't made this too extreme, if I'm honest. Anyway, let's quickly get a handy dude out here, because we will definitely need one, and a mechanic. And come on, mechanic, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to try and... yeah, perfect. Nice, okay, so far so good. The coaster makes it. I'm not sure about any of the ratings, but not really going to wait for... oh, nice, we have some G's. Look at the thing. Oh my good lord. Yeah, that's over here. It makes crazy amounts of G's. It might be really extreme because of that. But what we're gonna do is we're not gonna wait, you know, await if it is too extreme. If it is, we'll have to we'll have to slow it down, basically. And if it isn't, then we're in good shape. But I can move it up one and add like a brake section. So basically, we got ourselves covered. How about we call this Siam? Yeah, don't think that you now know the name of the other coaster that's going to be right next to it. Don't think it works like that. Because you don't. I am... no, no. Ooh, and we can also see the ride time length thingy. And basically that's like 1 minute 20. Now with the 4 cars and the the 4 trains and the gas getting into them, what's that gonna be regarding the... I don't really think that we have a minimum waiting time per se, because I think that the queue time won't be an issue at all. So, hey, wait, hold on a second, didn't I just name this Siam? Yeah, we did. Okay, so then for the coloring, let's go with something cool, and I don't really recall what the thing was for like the most dazzling ride color, but I believe one was bright green, there was one bright yellow, there was one bright purple, and bright pink it might have been. I'll have to look that up like after this video, you know. But despite us having a beautiful park, we are going to try and see that we also get the most dazzling ride color award. And to that end, you know, we're gonna try and keep the rest more or less as nice looking as possible. Wasn't it like bright orange that they said? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. And if it's not a thing, then I'll make this look nicer. Because, yeah, you know, even though it is rather nice, I still think... Wait, this is... Oh, no, I did purple. I was about to say, like, that's white. What happened? No, but even though I do think that this is not too bad looking, definitely there are better color schemes that fit the Eastern style much better. So yeah, Siam is a thing, and I'm curious to the ratings, but we will find those out in a minute. What we're gonna do is get another thingy here and start building that right over here, and it's going to have the same type of oh wait, tree in the way. Come on, be gone. No, but it's gonna have the same type of cars. So, would we have the ratings? Max positive vertical G's. Ooh, and look at this, 2.94. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Not sure what the ratings are gonna do with this one. We might want to check those for like the future design of this coaster. But I'm pretty sure that, you know, whatever we do, we will need a lift and all that stuff, so. Okay. Wow. Okay. Oh my good lord. It's rather intense. I think that's safe to say. Did not expect this to be this intense. Yeah, about the spinning cars, I'm not sure that this was a very good move on my part, but we're gonna stick with it. I kind of feel like this curve here, you know, this corner piece was too much. So if we can avoid that for like, you know, it's broader, then that is for the better. So yeah, now I already know that we will need an extra 5,000, because that's basically what we spent on the other coaster. So we will definitely need it on this one. So now this is gonna go one higher, because it can. And then, oh man, that's a shame. Okay, so let's see here, because I really hoped that we would be able to go like, are we able to? Wait, hold on a second. What happens if we do it like this? No, that still won't work. Oh man, that's a shame. Can we go like, no, no. We also can't go higher. So this is the absolute limit, right? That's not an issue. We will then do it differently by going like this. Okay. This wasn't really what I had in mind, because what I kind of wanted to do was go like this and then get into this area and interact over here a little bit. Now we are more or less moving out of that area. Don't really want to do this. Maybe we can S-bend this. Maybe that's a better option. It seems to be, though. And then, how about some... nice. I kind of like where this is going with this coaster. And now it comes the interaction part, huh? So let's think about how we want to interact proper with this. Basically, I would love to do a curve, track section, get up and then get back without the steep curve. So let's see what we can accomplish there. Now, currently, I believe that our speed will be rather high. Maybe we can line ourselves up a little better for this. Now that might actually befit us much better. Now in terms of height, all of a sudden I feel like right now our speed won't be that high because we've already made quite a few meters on the lift, so on the track, so we will have lost some speed. And we also don't really have like a steep drop, which is another thing. I feel like any good coaster needs at least one steep drop. Okay, so let's see, where do we go from here? I think it would be really cool if we are able to go over here and then curve. And then, well, I think it would be for the best if we do this and we curve and we go up. We would then also go back over here and see that we. Yeah, but if we go do too many crazy things, then we block off our pathing options here, and that's not what I want to do. Oh wow, already we have the dilemma. I'm making it very difficult for myself. Yeah, so what are we gonna do exactly with this then? Yeah. The other option we could explore is go up here and then you know, basically go below this track, then go up here, and then dive below, and then move. Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Okay, guys, it's already been decided. I have the solution. Yeah. Okay. Well, that works out so far. And then you should close. Go up. It's a bit. Nah, that's a shame. I don't want to do it like that. You know. I think what we should do is curve it, and then have another lift piece there, and then. Hold on a second, have I disabled the lift? That would be a real bad move on my end. Now, as for like track design, yeah, that's gonna end up in tears, I believe. So, what we should really do is, you know what we should really do is, A, not go up that steep, and construct the thing like this. And then we should also be able to do something like this. And then have something like this be in the cards. Remove one, okay, 2 trees. The more, the merrier. Yeah, okay, so hold on a second. This ain't gonna work out. What I would need is a track that's height 14 and height 13, and both of them won't fit. So basically, I'd be golden if I were able to go down a little and then just curve around and go down further. Yeah, so the whole going below here, it's not really gonna work out. Let's be honest about this. It's not gonna work out. We won't be able to pull it off. So we'll do it differently. We will go above the track pieces, which we are able to do, and then curve down. Yeah, that's a much better option, I feel. So let's see. So are we just hitting the coaster there? Probably. Yeah. It's not really ideal. Let's see. Now, our speed is going to be terrible for this, so I'm not worried at all about whether or not we'll make it. And then, yes, very nice. I like this. And now all that we need to do basically is something like this. And you know what we will do? We will break it to, say, like 57 and then 49 already, and then even further. No, maybe it would be even wiser for us to do it like this, because now what we kind of avoid is using the small brakes or the small curves, and I believe those add a lot of extra G's. So look, and now we just gently caress it back to the station. And then straight. I don't know if the straight piece makes any difference at all, but we will test it. Oh, and I'm also very, very curious to see how Siam has been affected by the ratings. Not that much. It's still only 5.5. But I believe that once we do the... We have reverse incline launched shuttle mode? What now? Reverse incline launched shuttle mode. Huh. I never even knew that this was a thing. Now I kind of want to experiment a little and see what if we change this to Ladybird. Oh, ooh. Wow. Now, we're not going to do that. We are going to go with spinning cars and we are going to test it. But all of a sudden, I feel like we should explore that option for the track a little bit more. In the future, you know. But, wow, nice. Okay. We are experimenting with the new ride modes. What I have noticed, though, is... the queue for this coaster is totally not filled up at all. This one, on the other hand, is jam-packed everywhere. So, yeah, there is that to be said. But if I'm honest, I am kind of proud of this design. It looks nice, you know. The ratings are just horrible, but that's because we made the wrong choice with the spinning cars. I don't believe we ever had them, so I feel like that's forgiven. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave this test ride for a little bit, and you guys can check it out, see if it's any good, whilst I busy myself with getting the queue out there. I'm not sure about the ride length for this one, but we're just gonna do it as if this were, you know, the exact same ride length with the exact same requirements when it comes to the queue length. Now what we do need to do is this, and then quickly bench it. I was just looking over here, making sure that it actually makes it, but that seems to be going all right. Nice. Doesn't seem so bad. Basically, it's back at the station. Let's check out how the G's go. So vertical G's are okay-ish. There's no real big spikes, and nothing and no spikes go above like the 2.5. Seems if we then go to lateral G's, all I see is 2. Yeah, this seems to be. Oh, wait, hold on. This seems to be not so bad. The ride is also definitely a little bit less long, more or less equal. So I think this is very good to. I think this is very good to sync up, because I believe that those trains will encounter each other. So yeah, we don't know the ratings yet, but we are going to open it up, because that's just how we operate. Open it up before we even know the ratings. Also, that seems to capture the mechanic perfectly. Now then, another handy dude. Just for over there. All you need to do is keep this part clean. And yeah, there we have it, a paired up coaster for which I first want to know the ratings independent, and then we are gonna sync them up. So let's see here. Before we do that, we do need to give this a name, and now you think that this name might be Ease, but no, no, we are not going to do that. How about we call this Chap Jung? We are totally going with the Eastern naming, but you didn't saw this name coming, huh? When you saw Siam and a paired up coaster, I knew what all of you were thinking. No, I didn't. I cannot mind read me. Anyway, a color scheme then. Now again, I don't know really what the requirements for this are, but I know that one is bright yellow for the most dazzling ride color award. So I kind of want to see if we can just get that, and then basically if we can get this golden. Oh yeah, that's actually possible to get golden. And then perhaps some white. Yeah, that seems alright. We have white and the red on the other supports. Yeah, this mixes up nicely, even though the colors, I don't know. if this award turns out to not be a thing, just you watch me repainting all of these things. But anyway, you know what we will quickly do? We will quickly set up some nice and easy scenery over here, and that's basically like an excuse to get some ratings. So there, do some of this, and then get like a small bell tower thingy out there. Nice. Okay, so do we have the ratings? Come on. Oh. Man, you can tell that I am totally not putting any pressure on the game, as long as it hurries up. You know what? Let's see if we can add a bit more to the ratings. If we add a big structure over here. Would we be able to... We could do this over here, right? I don't feel like this is money well spent, if I'm honest, but... There. Maybe a few more trees. And why are we placing trees? Oh, look at it. It is way less extreme and it has way higher in the ratings. Yeah, I am absolutely sure that the very high intensity that we have achieved over here is because of this very curve. Maybe we can change it. I'm not going to do that right now though, because we are on a schedule and we've already wasted well, I was about to say like 1.5 months. It's actually 2 with 2 coasters. So we need to get a move on because currently we're only on a quarter of the park and we need to push it further. So what we're gonna do is currently synchronize the ride with adjacent stations. Oh, and look at the ride length. Average speed is almost exactly the same. This is going to be perfect. They're going to be arriving at almost exactly the same time. So, very nice. There we have it. 2 coasters to kick off the start of this park, which should boost the ratings even further. And yeah, we better get a move on with building more rides in the park. But that and more is all going to happen next time, when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.